join you in giving this special salute to Bob Becker. His excellent work with the Senate recording studio is legend here on Capitol Hill, and I've been told that this is his last hearing. Is Bob here? Bob is not here. Well, we want him to know that we thank him for his extraordinary service. He brings new meaning to the concept of keeping the trains rolling, because he keeps everything rolling, and we wish him all the best in his retirement. Now, with respect to the nominees that the committee will vote on shortly, first up is Dr. Adams, who's nominated to serve as Assistant Secretary for Family Support at the Department of Health and Human Services. Initially, I thought that Dr. Adams was someone who could make a really big difference, but what I found, both as we looked into his record and some of the questioning at the committee, he talks an encouraging game with respect to safety and helping families, but a look at his record shows something very different. He weakened oversight standards for residential treatment facilities where my own staff have found kids to be at high risk of abuse and neglect. He single-handedly defunded programs in Idaho that supported kids with disabilities and their families. He oversaw the rollback of staffing standards for child care facilities in Idaho. Simply put, the record shows that a significant number of kids and families were hurt. Worse still, he appears to be just somebody else who's going to greenlight Donald Trump's dangerous and destructive agenda. During his confirmation hearing, he bobbed and weaved as we asked questions about various issues in areas where the administration is undermining the health of kids and families. Dr. Adams repeatedly stated that his job is to follow the law, but when asked directly by committee members for a commitment to make sure that congressionally appropriated funds for essential programs like Head Start actually gets out the door, and of course is something required by law, he just didn't answer. His measles response, and we have been seeing concern about measles all over the country, is he said he was ready to tackle measles because on his watch there had been one case in Idaho. So if confirmed, I intend to hold Dr. Adams to his initial commitment to me to work to address abuse and neglect of children, particularly at residential treatment facilities. And to that end, Mr. Chairman, I'm making public our latest findings in that investigation that you will remember as we worked on it together, particularly as it relates to the mistreatment of LGBTQ youth. And I would like to make sure that the staff works with yours to have part of it made a part of the record.
Absolutely, without objection.
And now let me turn briefly to Jonathan McKernan's nomination to serve as Undersecretary of Domestic Finance at the Treasury. Earlier this year, Treasury handed DOGE the keys to the kingdom for the Treasury payment system. When I pressed him about this takeover of the Treasury payment system and its implications for taxpayer privacy, Mr. McKernan basically said, "There's just no there there." If confirmed, he'd play a key role in how the Treasury Department handles the most sensitive data of American taxpayers found in that payment system. The American people deserve to know what DOGE is doing with their personal information and what's being done by the Trump administration to protect the data. Instead, we've been met consistently by this administration with respect to stonewalling about what's going on in the Fort Knox of people's personal information. Senator Cantwell, my seatmate up here, has been doing great work on privacy issues for years now. You sure need a lot of it, given what's going on at DOGE. Mr. McKernan has failed to demonstrate that he will be committed to protecting American taxpayers from the ongoing campaign of destruction at the Treasury Department. With that, I respectfully urge my colleagues to vote no on both of these individuals, and I yield back to the chair.
Thank you.